All right, I've cleaned Vicki up a little bit. Got my whisk broom out and cleaned off the deck. Took a screwdriver and cleaned up around some of those vents there that allow heat to escape from these engines. You don't want a bunch of caked up dirt and mud in there. I'm going to take that nut off and check the flywheel key. You know, knocked off the big stuff, and taking the tank off, gas tank, obviously it's sitting right here, and I'm gonna take this carburetor off because it's really old. I may be able to save it, but that primer bulb definitely needs to come out of there because I got the case of the pink thumb, which means it's truly worn out. See what kind of actually has some flexibility, but that's not good enough. I'll swing this up out of the way so I can get to these screws. These are all Phillips head, and we'll see how tight they are. There's a lot of dirt around them. That one's not tight at all. That one's not tight. That one's not tight, so this is going pretty good. Let me get all these things out of here and pop this carburetor off. One more, and two more up there. These are the two coming off now, there and there. A lot of mud and dirt around this thing. And so now I can start wiggling this and get it to pop off. Hopefully. Man, that thing is, it's been out in the weather a long time, just sitting out there at the salvage yard. Wow. That's the little gasket that goes between the air cleaner and the carburetor. Okay, there we go. Wow. That's remarkably clean. I'm surprised by that. So that, again, that's very encouraging. I'm gonna get these screws out. I'm just gonna turn this over and tap this, and they should come falling out. One. I could just leave them in there, but then they end up escaping on their own. So let's see if I can get these out. That one. I may just have to change the primer bulb on this. That looks surprisingly good. The gasket, the little, the little diaphragm looks amazingly good. I may end up reinstalling this, but oh boy, that's stuck on there. The gasket's probably going to tear, so I'd have to replace that anyway. Yeah, the gasket tore. That's really nice and clean up in there. Doesn't look like they've been using much of the ethanol fuel. Let me set that diaphragm over there. So now, take a look at the tank. Looks pretty good. Now, before I get, usually there's a bunch of dirt in there, and again, this is really super clean. So I'm going to turn this over to the trash can and knock the big stuff off of there. I want it to fall down. That's why I've got everything turned upside down. Okay, that's pretty good. And then looking inside the tank, you can see, even maybe on the camera, that this is remarkably clean. What I'm going to do now is hit that with a jet of carb cleaner and let it dry. I don't want it to have any carb cleaner on there when I reinstall the diaphragm and everything, because it'll cause it to crinkle up. This hole here is, I'm going to squirt some in there because that looks like it's full of dirt, and that's where the air filter screw goes in, right there. And it may not seal and hold that air filter in good position. Let me get up one of my long tools here and see how much grunge is in here. Yep, see, that's all got to come out for that screw to seat well. I want it here. Let me show you what I mean. Hear that? That's metal. That's dirt. So I've got to get that out of there. Let me go get my carb cleaner. I'll be back. My carb cleaner is getting low. And by the way, I don't know if everybody knows this, but you can also use carburetor cleaner as starting fluid. It works the same way. So I'm going to hit this with a little shot. Get that out of there. Yep. There wasn't much dirt in there. You can see already shiny. But now I'm going to take a shot in here. I'm going to ease it in there and dig around with that tool. Get some carb cleaner in that screw hole where the air filter screw goes. And now I'm going to mush this needle around in there and see what kind of dirt comes out. It's not too bad. I've seen far worse. But I want to hear the sound of metal down there. Okay, it's starting to, that gunk is starting to soften up now from that carb cleaner. So I don't know if you can see that or not, that all that black oily dirt's coming out. Comes out on the hook end of this little tool that I use. There we go. See all that stuff coming out? The carb cleaner's starting to work. I'm going to put some more in there. I want it to squirt me in the eyes, so I'm going to try and eat. There we go. Look at all that black stuff. See, that's what you got to get out of there. This stuff, that's going to keep that screw from going down in there and holding the air filter the way it should. I'm going to put a paper towel down there now. Yep, pretty dirty. Let's see if I've got one of my screwdrivers that might do a better job, but I don't see one. This wire end might do a little better job than that needle. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if you can see that or not. Getting the gunk out. So here, that's what metal sounds like. That's what dirt sounds like. Let me try a shot of carb cleaner in there now. I'm starting to hear metal, little corners of it. Hear that? That's metal. So we've made good progress on that. Now I'm going to get the old paper towel down there, soak up some of that gunk. Not as black, so that's good. Yep, I can see shiny metal down there now. All right, good progress. All right, I'm going to let that dry because I don't want that carb cleaner coming anywhere near the diaphragm that I'm going to put on there. So stay tuned. We're going to get this thing fixed up.